Hi everyone, and you are welcome to this lecture, Program Execution Flow Control. In this lecture, we are going to learn about program execution flow and flow control. Also, we are going to see the available Python conditional statements and the available Python loops. And I will end up this lecture by a quick summary. So let's get started. First of all, let's start by defining what program execution flow is. Program execution flow describes the execution flow or direction of program statements. In other words, when you want to run your program, which statement is going to be executed first and which statement is going to be executed second, and so on. And this answer comes from program execution flow. You have to know that in Python, like other programming language, when a program is executed, the execution flow is from left to right, from top to bottom. Which means if we have more than one statement in one line, the statement on the left will be executed before the statement on the right. And if we have multiple lines of code, the line at the top will be executed before the line at the bottom, and so on. Let me show you a simple example here. Here we have a simple Python program. Regardless what are the statements inside this program, you have to know that the execution flow in this program is from left to right, from top to the bottom. So in this program, this line will be executed first, and then this line, and then this line, and so on until the last line of this program. Now let's understand what the meaning of flow control is. Flow control is a way to adjust the default behavior of execution flow. As we see before, the default behavior of execution flow is from left to right, from top to the bottom. But sometimes I need a way to adjust this behavior for different reasons. For example, maybe I want to skip some statements if a predefined condition is not satisfied. In other words, I want to make some statements to be executed based on a condition. And in order to do that in Python, we have to use conditional statements. Other cases that I want to adjust the default behavior of execution flow is when I want to repeat the execution of some statement several times without the need to repeat writing these statements again and again and again. And in order to do that in Python, we have to use loops. In Python, we have multiple conditional statements. We have if else, and we have if, elif, and else. Also, in Python, we have multiple loops like for and while loop. Python conditional statements and Python loops are going to be explained in details in the next lectures. But in this lecture, I just want you to understand that these statements are used mainly to adjust the default behavior of program execution flow. And that's all for this lecture. Now let's summarize what we have learned. First of all, we see that the program execution flow is from left to right, from top to the bottom. We say that conditional statements and loops adjust the default behavior of program execution flow. Python supports if conditional statements. Python supports for and while loops. Thank you very much for your time, and if you are available, join me in the next lecture.